Alright, y'all, so here we are, Celestial 3, Rocket Raccoon, man, 20 hours of gameplay. We done won almost 70% of the games that we have played. And yeah, we're pushing for eternity, man. Just in case you haven't reached this rank, or like GM or Diamond or whatever, I'll give y'all tips on basically how to hit it easily with Raccoon, right? Of course, there's people that just heal bot straight to whatever rank they're at, man, but it's not usually the most efficient. There's better ways to do it. Like if you want to actually try to control the game in a way, you could definitely do that, man. I'll tell you how. Now, as you can see from the stats right here, it's diabolical, man. I have 18.7 hours on Raccoon this season, man, and less than an hour with anybody else. I'm trying to see if I can hit eternity with him alone. Obviously there's going to be games where people have a insta-lock Raccoon, so like it's nothing you can really do. Or I've had games where obviously, you know, Raccoon gets banned, which is kind of almost unheard of, man, but it does happen. But if it is happening, man, that means, you know what I mean, you're doing something right, because in the higher ranks it's less of the player pool is lower, like really low, so the queue times will be a lot longer, and they probably know you're going crazy with Raccoon, man, so they're like, all right, man, let's ban him. You feel me? All right, so before I get started, man, I will note, currently, I probably can tell I'm on controller. I'm on console right now. The goal is to get to eternity with Raccoon, and then if not, man, or if I get freaking tired of trying to do it solo, I will move over to PC and basically do the same thing, because people seem to have this obsession. I've got the comments in our videos where it's like, oh man, your console, you're so shit, console players are so shit. And it's like, bro, I've literally looked at like Celestial gameplay, like Celestial PC gameplay, and it looks the exact same, you know what I mean? I don't necessarily think console players are worse, maybe in the really low ranks, but like once you get up to ranks like this, it's just like everybody's fucking goated at the game damn near, you know what I mean? Now with that being said, I feel like to climb ranks, no matter what platform you're on, man, it comes down to mental. Obviously you have to have good aim or whatever, stuff like that, but there could be like diamond players that have really good aim, but their mental game isn't there, so they won't climb, you know what I mean? So I feel like to get higher and higher and higher, you just have to be quicker, smarter. You just have to be more on top of what you're doing to actually win games, you know what I mean? It's not just simply, oh man, I can aim well, so I'm just gonna climb, you feel me? So as I said, aim isn't everything, man. Obviously it's a good portion of it, but this is a hero shooter, right? So there are characters that allow you to cheese your way up to higher ranks. Like you literally don't have to aim, as you know, freaking what's her name, Scarlet Witch. You have Squirrel Girl. Obviously you have to have aim a little bit, but like you could just keep spamming, or just, it's damn near aimbot, man. So you don't even really have to aim. So I can literally hop on controller on PC and it wouldn't even matter, because those characters do not involve like you have to be super precise. So a lot of it comes down to understanding the game better. You understand the game better, you do better. You understand the game better than other people, the most likely you're gonna win the game more likely than not. Obviously there's gonna be factors out of your control and you're still gonna lose anyway, but yeah, man. But anyways, for the Raccoon tips, first and foremost, what I see the differences in between Raccoons that I play against, like I will run into Raccoon players. It's not super often, but it will happen. Or especially if you're just getting a lot of reses off and your team is like kind of dominating, I will tend to see other people on the other team try to swap to Raccoon to also get that advantage of having reses and stuff like that. But one thing is that they do not do damage, right? So that's the main difference between like me and like a lot of Raccoon players. I do damage. You have to do damage to control the game more in your favor, you feel me? Now I'm not saying you gotta go guns blazing commando out there and just straight go heavy on the damage, you know what I mean? But you have to sprinkle it in there. You don't, I see people play the game at the end of the game, it'll be like, yo, he had 30k healing and 7 damage, you know what I mean? So, and they still lost the game. I'm not saying that if they did a lot more damage they would have won the game, because every game is like case by case, but like more likely than not you could have influenced the game in a way to your advantage if you had just did some type of damage. Like you don't necessarily have to get the kills, you don't necessarily have to have a crazy amount of damage to affect the game. Just you like putting bullets into the enemies will do a lot more than not. You don't have to get the kill, as I said, but if your team is in the middle of a fight and nobody's getting kills, right, you can off angle, right, you could attack from a different angle, just shoot some bullets into the opponents, right, and they will turn to you, because obviously they're getting shot. Say they're getting shot from the left, right, they're gonna turn to the left, right? That allows your team to have more opportunity. So okay, like you caught them off guard, now they're turning their head, and now they're able to, your team is able to capitalize on that and get some picks. You feel me? Now I also don't have too much of a problem with people diving me, because like Rocket's gun actually does a lot of damage, like 10 meters and up, I believe. That's what the stats say. Y'all could correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but it does a lot of damage up close, right? So I'll have like Magics, I'll have Spider-Mans, I'll have Black Panthers, all type of characters that go and push you. They'll like think you're a free lick, bro. So once you actually, especially if you do headshot damage, man, 10 meters and up, they will think it's so sweet. And then when you're actually gunning them, like you see right here, look at the Magneto. They actually think it's so sweet when you're actually gunning them, bro, like they can't believe it. And then that kill right there could be crucial for you to win a team fight. Now on top of that, you especially have to do damage when Rocket's ult is active. Obviously you get a damage boost. Everybody gets a damage boost, especially if you're up close and personal, right behind your tanks and everything. You want to do damage, like you're just gonna fry them. So why not? Rocket has a gun for a reason, man. Yes, he can heal, but he also has a gun that does damage for a reason. So why not use it? Give yourself the best chance to win by using your character's kit to the maximum potential that you can. You feel me? Now there's people that they start to do damage, but they also get tunnel visioned in doing damage, right? So like your team could need healing, but you're so focused on getting a pick that you will forget to heal your teammates, and then they'll die, and then eventually you're gonna die. So there's no reason to do that, especially if there's DPS on your team, right? They're DPS for a reason, right? So you don't want to get too fixated on a kill. I used to play like Warzone and stuff like that, so it's like when you get too fixated on trying to get a kill or like whatever, you tend to lose track of everything else and you suffer for it, right? So never do that. Always be mindful of like, oh man, let me turn around and see if my teammates actually need some healing, because this game doesn't have a passive ability. So it could be some games when you turn your head, your teammates are already dying. So you have to be mindful of that. Also be mindful of some games. There are going to be games where you just strictly have to heal because your team just simply cannot seem to fucking get out of LOS. Like they cannot take cover, they cannot do nothing. So you just have to simply spam L2. If your team is that bad, you'll just have to do that. There are some games where your team knows what they're doing 100% and you can do more damage instead of coddling them. Especially because Rocket's healing, like it does a certain amount of healing in a certain amount of time. So you can't just keep spamming orbs and this is gonna heal your teammates. You know what I'm saying? So in the process of your orbs healing your teammates, just try to do some damage. Try to do some tickle damage. Try to do something. All right, boom. So another one, the res beacon, right? You always want to have the res beacon, I think, within like 15 meters. I think that's what the range is before it doesn't do anything, because there'll be times where when I first started playing Rocket, I'll be like, why is the res not going off? Why is it not? But you're not in the range for your teammates to come back. You have to be close enough to the beacon for your teammates to come back. So you have to be mindful of that. You could set it down, and then if your team is like pushing up and like cooking and dominating, you be mindful to just cancel the ability, right? And then it'll be like 5 seconds for it to come back, and then you just place it closer to where your team is. You feel me? Now you always want to try to stay closer to walls, because when you wall climb and stuff, you move a lot faster along the wall, and it just allows you to like stay alive. You want to stay alive, bro. Like, yes, you want to do damage, yes, you want to heal and everything, you want to balance that, but you also want to stay alive. That's your main thing as a strategist. You have to stay alive to keep your team in the fight. You know what I mean? There are times where no matter how much healing you're doing, your teammates are still gonna die. There are games like that, man. There are games out of your control. There are games you're gonna lose, but try to give your best self. Try to give yourself the best chance to like stay alive, so you can win games, man. Stay along the walls. Try to not spam the dashes, because when you really need it, in dire situations where you have to escape and people are pushing you, you need to use it. Also, for the team up abilities, typically when I use Rocket, especially in these ranks, people think, oh man, without like using Punisher or Bucky, for some reason Rocket is not useful, right? Now I'm not saying that's definitely not true, but like it definitely gives you a better chance to win fights, right? So you want to make sure to use your unlimited ammo as much as possible, right? But also be mindful that if you're close to your ult and you didn't use your unlimited ammo yet, I will like hold the unlimited ammo just so I can use it together with the ult, right? So it's gonna give the Bucky or the Punisher unlimited ammo and a damage boost at the same time while you're pressuring the tanks while your team is pressuring the whole other team, right? So you're most likely gonna win the fight. These are little things that you have to be mindful of to win more games. Another one would be if there's opponents on the other team with just high accuracy hit scan characters, man, and you can't poke your head out that much. Obviously, Raccoon's orbs can bounce off walls, so like you can literally angle the orbs off walls to hit your teammates without, you know what I mean, compromising your position. So if there's games where they motherfuckers is goading on the other team and you just literally can't poke your head out, you could do that. Boom, you see there's an Iron Fist here as well. Now, if you have a team that does not listen and they do not just like respond to like people diving on you and stuff like that, just run into your teammates. Like that's literally what I do. Like if people are pushing me and my teammates don't turn around, I just run into my teammates and then I'll get Iron Fist or whatever to back off, because simply he's not gonna win a 1v5 or 1v6, right? So he gets his kills off isolating you, so you want to just run into your teammates. Boom. I'm all over the place, but last thing, man, you will not win every game. Like it just doesn't happen like that. You don't win every game. It is what it is. Some games you're gonna lose just because your teammates are throwing, so they're playing like shit. You just don't win every game, you feel me? A lot of times I don't play bad, but it just happens, man. You just lose. It is what it is. Don't get mad about it, especially if you're solo queuing, man. There's nothing you can really do, bro. You could get mad, but you're gonna end up playing worse. So if you tilt queue, you're gonna play worse. You're gonna D-rank. Just don't even do that, man. Just stay calm, man. Just chill and just vibe, man. You feel me? They got some virgins on this game that just rage. Yo, they be going crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like just chill and just get some dubs. You know what I mean? But let me know if I missed anything. Let me know if y'all want more of these type of videos. Hit the like button, man. Hope y'all enjoyed the video. You already know. Steph Glizzy.